Shout out to G-Man Boxing. Where's the piss bottle? It's over there.
Alright, people. Oleksandr Usyk defeats Anthony Joshua on a 12-round split decision to retain his unified heavyweight title. This should not have been a split decision. I had it 9 rounds to 3 to Oleksandr Usyk. He clearly won this fight. I can't understand why Glenn Feldman gave the fight to Anthony Joshua. I was going to say a lot to talk about in this fight, but AJ gave one of the most bizarre post-fight interviews I've ever seen. First he threw down the Ring Magazine title, then he stormed out of the ring, then he came back, and then he said to Oleksandr Usyk, "I have character, you don't," or words to that effect. Then he grabbed the mic and he started championing a new... It was bizarre. And you got the impression that Oleksandr Usyk was not happy with how Anthony Joshua was behaving post-fight. It's almost like with that loss, AJ kind of... I'm just thinking outside the box here. Excuse me. But it's almost like with that loss, AJ feels with 3 losses now, I've got no title, I'm not going to get a title shot anytime soon. The hell with PC, the hell the hell with stay safe, stay humble, all that BS. Don't care, because it's so out of character. It was bizarre. It was really, really bizarre. In terms of the actual fight itself, let's talk about the fight. So, AJ was improved. I know I had it wide for Usyk, but he definitely improved from the first fight. But Usyk did as well. And I think that Joshua, early on, he was having success with his jab. He was going to Usyk's body, which I was actually liking. I was liking the fact he was doing that. But again, he wasn't jabbing to Usyk's body, which I do think would have been a big key to his success in this fight. He didn't go to Oleksandr Usyk's body with the jab, but he did go with a lot of power shots. But what I picked up on early on was when AJ was throwing his power shots, he was really exerting a lot of force into them, but he wasn't setting them up. Usyk would be there, and AJ would just be, like the Incredible Hulk. Bum, bum, bum. He wasn't setting them up smartly. He wasn't doing anything to maybe kind of walk Usyk onto anything. And so when he was throwing the big shots, he was either hitting arms or he wasn't hitting anything at all. More often than not, he wasn't hitting anything at all. And I was looking at that thinking, okay, we've seen 2 fighters, 2 heavyweights, suffer very badly with the heat in there. AJ not known as a fighter with stamina to burn. I was thinking he's going to gas himself out if he does that. Now, he had a lot of success because I think Usyk needed to get his timing just a bit right, needed to warm into the fight. So in the first round I gave to Usyk, the second round Joshua, third round you could give it to either. But then Oleksandr Usyk seemed to come into it, and he just gradually started out working Anthony Joshua, throwing a few more shots here and there, finding a home for the left hand. Never stunned Joshua like he did in the first fight, but you could tell that Joshua was fighting Usyk's fight, even though he was more competitive, if that makes sense. So Usyk was feinting a lot, he was moving a lot, and Joshua was still looking at him around the ring like, where is he? He wasn't setting up any of the shots, so he was exerting a lot of energy in them shots. And he was taking a lot of shots from Usyk back, and Usyk was landing the left to the body a lot. So by about the 9th round, Joshua was down on points. His corner were apparently allegedly telling him he was winning the fight. Now, I don't think they should have been doing that because he wasn't winning this fight, clearly. And Joshua in the 9th round really went for Oleksandr Usyk. He really tried to put a beating on him. He tried to take him out and really exert himself. But then in the 10th round, the round thereafter, he seemed to have nothing left, and Usyk was hitting him for fun. It looked like AJ's legs, like he had 2 cinder blocks attached to his feet. His feet slowed down. He was throwing little, nothing arm punches. Like if they'd landed, they wouldn't have done... They would have tickled Oleksandr Usyk. They would have been so light. So by then, you could see that the writing was kind of on the wall, that AJ had really gone balls to the wall for it. It hadn't paid off, and now Usyk was landing almost at will. AJ did make a brief stand in the 12th round, but for the most part, what Usyk was doing right was he was keeping his movement, he was keeping his shape very well, he was feinting Anthony Joshua, he was making Anthony Joshua follow him around the ring, and he was throwing a lot of left hands to the body. He was having a lot of success with that. He was just doing enough. If you were to describe this, he was just doing that bit like Andre Ward-esque, that little bit more in a round. Just that little bit more. Doesn't have to go and beat the guy pillar to post per each round. Just that little bit more in the round to take the round. And I felt that was what Oleksandr Usyk was doing. I enjoyed this fight. It was tremendously interesting to watch. It was better. Well, maybe not entertain-wise, it wasn't maybe as good as the first fight, but it definitely had me on the edge of my seat. It was more competitive. Even though I felt Usyk won it clearly, AJ was in this fight a lot more than he was in the first fight. Having said that, the correct man won. Again, I don't know. I don't think it should have been split personally, but Oleksandr Usyk comes away with the win. I'm delighted for him. I picked AJ to win, but I'm happy to be proven wrong. And you know, I think that on a spiritual level, there might be a bit of karma at play here for Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn for something that they did last summer. And a part of me wonders, because ever since then, Joshua and Hearn with the zone, they've really, it's been weird, you know, seeing like a lot of his fighters, like how many world champions has he got now? Very few. It's been weird. So I think there's a bit of karma there, maybe possibly on play for Joshua. And maybe Joshua just decided after the fight, like, the hell with it, it's done now, I've lost, and that's that. You know, that's that. It's done. I'm done. I've lost. I've 3 losses. Probably not going to get the same amount. I'm probably not going to do Wembley anytime soon. I can just let loose. I can say F this, F that. I can talk about this. I can do this. Don't care. Maybe that's what Joshua is looking at. Because that post-fight interview was bizarre. You were watching it. I was watching it before I started. I was just like, shut up. I was like, just stop. I was like, just stop. I've never seen Anthony. That was bizarre. So let me know in the comments what you thought about that. But I was just like that watching it. I was like, just stop it, please. Like, it's so bizarre to see Joshua do that. It was just straight away, give me the mic. It was just bizarre. You know, entertaining fight, but a bizarre one at the same time. Let me know in the comment section your thoughts on this. Smash the like button if you could. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. People, we will do a live tomorrow. I will get videos. I will have you spammed with videos this week on AJ. We're going to hit 9k this week. It's going to be a big week. Leave a like. Let me know your thoughts. I'll talk to you. Peace.